folks, welcome to Vice Q&A, where you have questions and we have some answers. So we're going to take 5 minutes out of our blogging lifestyle to see if we can answer a few of those lifelong troubling issues.
And we're going to start with one that we left off with last time because it's a really long question. So, okay, from Elfin Lead 1012. Shows like Elfin Lead or Higurashi show a high level of just bloody gore that most would assume would favor a male fan base. However, I've noticed that the more really super fans of shows like these tend to be women, especially the fans that only care about the gore, ignoring the other parts that tend to be what I like. Similarly, though, this purely comes from people I know and should be taken with that level of reliability of source that the hentai style gore, I think they mean guro, torture and bloody, tends to be more openly liked by women. Do you think this might be something other than coincidence?
I'm gonna go with coincidence. Hey, by the way, good job. That was a mouthful.
Thank you.
I can't say that I know many women who instinctually enjoy gore more than men that I know.
I would say part of the attraction of any geek culture is the sort of the counterculture, the liking of things that are relatively obscure. So I think that it's not too surprising that there might be a slightly higher number of women who are at least vocally more interested in gore because that's so very different from what you would expect of women.
Now, if you want something disturbing and psychological, I think I can make a better argument there because I've known a great number of women. I'm a huge Silent Hill advocate. And I know a great number of women who are very interested in that kind of fandom. Like the psychological,
well, both of these titles
disturbing.
are very much psychological horrors. And I'm sure, you know, Rin would be another example of one that was physical and psychological. So, yeah,
Fair enough.
I could see it. But I don't think that there's a really vast higher number of women who are into it than men.
They don't get the blue ribbon. What? Anyway, we've got Phoenix who says, High School of the Dead, ... It was in hiatus. I heard it was going to page 2.
Oops. I'm going to guess that he's talking about the anime. Because
that was in hiatus, the manga.
Yeah, the manga was in hiatus and heard it came back out of hiatus, I believe, and it is going to be made into an anime. Hopefully that addresses the question that you
Hopefully that was your question.
You'll get points anyway.
X Chili says, if God wanted to see anime or manga, what would she watch or read? What is the most quintessential anime or manga of the past decade?
What if God was
watching anime? That was nice.
Thank you.
I
was thinking about it even as you read that. What would God watch?
Death Note.
I was actually going to say Haruhi. I think that God would be highly amused, sort of by the same question. What if a human was God? So I think that God would probably actually get a kick out of Haruhi. Assuming that we're talking, of course, about, you know, the Judeo-Christian God.
I think Kaiba as well. Anything that places an absurd amount of power in the form of an individual or responsibility for doing that, I think that whatever omnipresent being exists would be interested to see perspectives on what they think that other individuals would have in a similar level of power.
Interesting. Also, Kaiba's awesome.
Yeah, pretty much.
Noctis asks, what anime do you find a guilty pleasure in? John has like a list.
I do. Let me pull it out. I really hate to admit how much I like Dragon Ball Z.
Really?
You know, just like like that Gundam Wing, those who are watching on TV, I used to run home. I recorded them on VHS.
Oh, I did the same thing with Sailor Moon.
Yeah, and I just sit there with them.
Back in the day.
And you know, we got off. I never went big for the movies or whatever, but I did splurge with a bunch of my friends to buy the entire Dragon Ball box set on VHS.
I am very rarely ashamed of the things that I read or watch.
Yeah, I know. Oh, boy, you should be in some cases.
Like, there are definitely shows that I have been surprised that I kept watching more and more of. Like, I would sit there, I would watch, like, the first episode, and I'd be like, oh no, is it 5 minutes already?
When did you set it?
God, I set it to 5:52, which is about right. So, alright, so this we're going to end this question, we'll be done. But, oh God, pressure, and now my phone's making more noises.
Traps. I also have a big guilty pleasure for traps.
I don't feel guilty about
very
that either.
amusing.
I don't feel any guilt whatsoever for my love of men in dresses.
You know how many photos I've added to that gender swap category?
I know.
Very interesting.
Anyway, but I didn't actually get to mention any of the titles. Itaja no Kiss is a manga that I was surprised I liked so much, given that it's really all about how horribly tormented the female heroine is. Vampire Night. Vampire Night. It's such a soap opera. That's the closest I got to a guilty pleasure. All right.
Well, there you go.
That's our Q&A for this week.
Bye.
Bye.